Mr. Xi, dear friend, colleagues, today, during our extended format talks with our delegations, we will have a detailed discussion of the practical aspects of our cooperation in various fields. As is the tradition, there will be a report on the work of 5 intergovernmental commissions from both sides, and our foreign ministers will speak about our interaction in the international arena. On my part, I would like to say the following. We have already had a constructive and substantive exchange on the development of the Russian-Chinese Comprehensive Partnership and Strategic Interaction. We have outlined plans for further work together. President Xi and I share our assessment of the progress across the entire spectrum of our relations, which are a model of interstate relations in the 21st century, based on equality, a mutual benefit and respect for sovereignty of both countries, without aiming to work against anyone. Productive work is being carried out. Constructive measures are being taken to increase the financial and technical independence in our cooperation. As I've mentioned, last year, our mutual trade has set a new record, $244 billion, and it's not the limit. Every day we continue our work to maintain the positive dynamics and to implement large-scale joint projects. Our investment intergovernmental commission already has 86 projects with a total value of over $200 billion. Today we will sign an intergovernmental agreement on mutual protection and promotion of investment, which will have a positive impact on the shaping of a beneficial business environment and will provide additional momentum to our economic cooperation. The driver of our interaction in the economic field is energy. Russia has not only been a leader in the oil exports to China, but also was a pipeline oil supplier. We're also leading in providing LNG. New initiatives such as the Far Eastern gas route will be launched in 2027 and will guarantee a steady supply of gas to China up to 10 billion cubic meters per year. According to the schedule, China is creating a nuclear power plant designed by Russian engineers. Industrial cooperation has been promoted at the Russia-Chinese Business Forum on energy, which will be meeting this year in China. Comprehensive cooperation in industry and high technologies has been a priority. Russia has been the leading importer of Chinese cars in the world. We're also working to transfer and localize Chinese expertise in Russia. Mutual supplies of agricultural goods have been important. We are willing to expand Russian agricultural supplies and agro-industrial goods to China. The practice of holding fairs in various Chinese provinces, the Made in Russia fairs, have been highly popular among Chinese citizens. It is a positive trend. We have seen the positive response in China. It's a very good thing, and the public perception is good. A bilateral transport at border crossings and seaports grew to almost 176 million tons. We intend to modernize our transport infrastructure and to bring the crossing points to 24/7 operation. Chinese economic operators are taking part in 63 projects in the advanced development territories and in the free port of Vladivostok. On our part, we intended to continue creating favorable conditions for Chinese companies operating in Russia. Our humanitarian cooperation is developing actively. Across a cultural years of Russia and China are being held with great success. Hundreds of events are being held in various cities of our countries. Scientific, sports, student and youth exchanges are carried out. And mutual tourist flows have been over 2.8 million people. A joint manufacturing is being established. My friend President Xi and I visited a facility in Kazan. In February, the Russian-Chinese movie, The Red Silk, was screened, and it is now also successful. And I'm sure that there will be more films that will be gladly welcomed both in Russia and China. These talks will result in a number of agreements signed, aiming to promote our cooperation in specific areas, including the joint statement that will be devoted to the 80th anniversary of the Great Victory and historical connections between generations, aiming not only to educate youth, but also to counter any attempts to revive Nazism and to review the results of World War II. The global uncertainty that currently exists makes the Russian-Chinese ties especially important as an important factor in the international arena, helping shape a more fair, democratic international order based on international law and a leading role for the United Nations. In conclusion, I am confident that our multifaceted cooperation will continue going forward for the benefit of our peoples. And I'm happy to give the floor to the President of China. Thank you, Mr. President. I am very happy to be here in the context of the 80th anniversary of the Chinese people's victory against invaders, the Russian people's victory against Nazism, being here at the invitation of President Putin. Over 80 years ago, the peoples of Russia and China fought hand in hand at the Asian-European fronts and stood for peace and security in the world, writing their names into history, the history of friendship and heroism. Russian-Chinese relations have faced serious challenges over these 80 years. Our friendship has been tested by fire and trials and passed down from generation to generation. Thanks to mutual efforts of our both countries, our relations have been on a sustainable upward trend, characterized by good neighborliness, friendship, and mutual benefit. With a view of the international geopolitical shifts, Russia and China are strengthening their strategic interaction and comprehensive partnership, maintaining coordination on the international arena, being an island of stability in the turbulent world, and playing a constructive role in international affairs. China has been the main driver and stabilizer of global economic growth. For years, we have carried out multi-vector work to achieve national rebirth, treading the way of Chinese modernization. As global powers and permanent members of the United Nations Security Council, Russia and China have a special responsibility in this age. and we are committed to move forward, strengthening multipolarity, as well as a universally accessible, inclusive globalization, multilateral trade system, stability of value chains and supply chains, in the interests of the national rebirth of our countries and international fairness. Thank you.